Hello and welcome. We are here with the Voter Information Committee. We are currently presenting an ongoing series featuring the various committees in an effort to inform residents about what each committee does and to encourage community involvement and by filling current vacancies that are available. We are here today with Bernadette Haystack. Waystack, my apologies. Bernadette, please introduce yourself and the board that you are currently here representing.
My name's Bernadette Waystack, and I am currently the chair of the Harwich Cultural Council.
Wonderful. And what is the charge of the committee?
The charge of the council is to enrich the lives of the citizens of Harwich culturally. Our specific responsibility is that the MCC, the Mass Cultural Council, disperses to all municipalities a certain amount of funds each year for grants. And we are the body that in Harwich reviews the grants that are received and determines who gets awarded some money to help benefit the town culturally.
It's terrific. And can you share some of the recent activities or initiatives that the committee has undertaken?
Yeah, one of the most important ones recently is we've started to develop a youth representative position. It's not a requirement, but we would really like to add that to our council and get more of a perspective from youth on all things cultural. And another recent initiative was a couple of members had attended the volunteer fair that was here. Mm-hmm. So we're really grateful to you for another way of helping to recruit.
To the community.
Because we're unique among the committees and boards. The council has term limits as set by the state. So you may not serve for more than 6 years consecutively. Okay. And when your 6 years are done, you must step off. And so we're always interested in recruiting a pool of interested members to keep the council at least at the 5 minimum members we need, but preferably the maximum of 9.
So do you have any openings currently on the committee?
We just recently had a new member appointed and brought us back to a full council of 9, but we've operated for several years on less. And I'm really glad that you invited us in now for this, because there are 2 of us who will be reaching our term limits in June. Mm-hmm. So there will be 2 immediate openings for when we resume in September.
Okay.
And 2 more next year.
Okay. So you definitely have a need.
Definitely would love to have them.
Do potential members need any specific background or expertise to be successful in the committee?
No, not really. I mean, just an interest in anything cultural. And cultural encompasses more than just the visual and performing, literary arts, culinary arts, interpretive sciences, anything that is part of the culture of what makes the town what it is, and the customs, the traditions. Mm-hmm. So when you say culture, people automatically think arts or just fine and performing arts. And it can be so much more than that.
That's terrific. And what is your meeting schedule for the committee?
The schedule currently, and for as long as I've been on it or even aware of it, was the second Thursday of the month at 4:00. However, we've been talking recently about the fact that that's a glaring oversight, in the fact that there are many members of the working public who cannot make a 4:00 meeting. Mm-hmm. I was a teacher for years, and I could just barely get over from Monomoy to where we were meeting at the culture at 2:04 because of my early shift. But we really would encourage anyone who thinks they have any interest to submit an application. The town is pooling them now to keep a pool of interested candidates. And the council is totally open to the idea that we could meet at a different time. We could meet in the evening. And if that, would help us to have more members, because we inadvertently have been potentially cutting off a lot of really valuable members with valuable interest and background, because of the 4 o'clock meeting time.
Terrific. And with that being said, if you are interested in joining the board, you would go to the harwich.ma.gov website, where you will go onto the committee's website. There will be an application where you can fill that out. You'll submit that to the town hall. You can also pick one up at the town hall. You'll submit that. They'll review it. You'll have an interview with the selectmen, and then hopefully join the board.
I would love that. I haven't looked recently myself, but the application I don't think is linked on our own webpage for the council. And when I went searching for it for our most recent member who was joining us, I found it under employment.
Oh, interesting. Okay, so look for it under there as well.
Please look for it, and please consider joining. We will actually have, for sure, 2 openings in the coming year and 2 more in the next because of the term limits. And in the meantime, Natasha Lyon at the town administrator's office had told me she was beginning to collect applicants in advance so that whenever the interview committee of the select board meets, they could start to review and be ready to appoint people.
Terrific. Bernadette, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you so much for having me.